Hi, I'm Michael Hill with Canine Chronicle TV, and I'm here with Glen Lajeski, Ellen Charles, and Joseph Vergnetti, and they represent the combined efforts of Hillwood and Dassin. Why don't we start with talking about how you each got started in the sport of dogs? You first.
Well, I've always had dogs since I was a kid, and in college I decided instead of the miniature pinchers we had, I wanted a larger dog, so I went out and bought a Great Dane. That's how it started. And I wound up working for the breeder at dog shows. I got involved with dog shows and handling dogs. I wound up handling my own dogs, winning, so you get hooked.
Yeah. And what other breeds did you have after the Great Danes?
Oh, I handled professionally for a while, so I had a lot. Now I have Dobermans. We have standard poodles and miniature poodles and toy poodles. And I have Dobermans and a long-coat Chihuahua.
And a foxhound.
And an American Foxhound that we'll talk about in a minute.
Yes, we will. How about you, Ellen? How did you get started?
I probably went to my first dog show before I was born because my mother was the first owner of Hillwood Kennel. And then as a child I went to dog shows because she judged. She was an all-around judge and judged Best in Show at the Garden, Best in Show at the Crufts. So I came from...
You had no choice.
I had the genes.
Right, you were from the beginning. What kind of breeds did your mother have?
Mother had terriers. She had Scotties.
Okay.
And fox terriers. And then she also had the Dalmatians.
Gotcha. And then what breeds have you had?
Well, I started off in poodles, and poodle, I think would be correct. And then the Bichons, and of course the poodles. And then you can add foxhounds.
That's right.
And
a Cocker Spaniel.
And a Cocker Spaniel, and a bearded collie,
Oh, yeah.
and a Weimaraner.
Okay. So you've had...
I hope I didn't forget anybody.
Bulldog.
Oh, Bulldog, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what do you have with you, living with you now?
I have 2 toys and a standard.
Oh, perfect. Both sizes. And how about you, Joseph? How did you get started?
My parents bought me a toy poodle when I was 9 years old, and we lived in New Haven, Connecticut, and I used to go to the Humane Society, and I was introduced to obedience, which I really didn't think I'd like. I wasn't sure that's what I really wanted. And then we moved to a bigger place, and I always loved boxers, and my first show dog was a boxer that my Aunt Marge gave me. And unfortunately, my brother left the gate open, she got hit by a car. But I wanted something bigger. And then when I was like 15 or 16, I went to work for Nancy Ray and Barbara Wolferman for the summers. They had Yorkshire Terriers, waiting for my position at Wendell's. I was waiting to work at Wendell's when he had a full staff. And once I went to work for, well, actually, I have to back up a little bit. After I lost my boxer, I went to buy a Great Dane. And I bred Great Danes for several years. And I bred 5 champions.
Wow.
And then I went to work for Wendell, and they weren't so convenient to have. So as they passed on, we didn't replenish them. But I got totally involved in poodles.
Gotcha.
And up until maybe 10 years ago, I always wanted another boxer, and I got another boxer. And I had a Best in Show boxer bitch. And that's my hobby within my business. And our poodles consume so much of my life.
Right. Because it's a lot of work compared to other breeds of preparation. Let's talk about that real quick. Like, what are you guys doing here? What's like a day of preparation for the show?
Several days in advance.
4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh God! It takes 7 to 8 hours to get a poodle ready, for a show, and then maybe 2 to 3 hours at the show, and you have to add the miniature poodle, which is a lot less, but still probably 2 hours to bathe and get ready to go.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, and we've sort of slowed down a little bit. We go like with 6 or 7, when we used to go with maybe 15 or 16.
And all 3 varieties. Right?
All 3 varieties, yeah. And we used to show Shih Tzus and everything, but now it's just poodles and occasional boxer, and we have our foxhounds that were just very interesting.
Yeah. And so let's talk about how you guys all came to work together, because it's definitely one of those things where it'd be hard to be involved in dogs as one person. There's a lot of people who have partnerships that work really well, and you guys are a great example of how you guys can all offer stuff. How did that all happen, and how's it work together?
It's like a family.
Yeah, well, Glenn had poodles from us 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And, he had Broadway Joe children.
Wow.
And Ellen, what, 15 years old?
Yeah, Wendell said to me, Joseph has a beautiful bitch, and he needs a sponsor. Would you be interested? And I said, yes. And then one thing led to another, meaning one pool was never enough.
Right.
And so it just went
You always have another
there.
one. What are some?
We have the top winning number one non-sporting dog of 2010.
Sissy.
Yeah, 9.
And that was a black standard.
Yeah.
Sissy.
She was the non-sporting woman of the year.
Yeah.
2000.
Who went to live with Glen.
Oh,
Mother of many champions.
I love that. So they're winning in the show ring, and then they're going on and producing.
Top producers,
So you guys are doing breeding, owning, handling the whole 9 yards, grooming, all in this kind of family.
The breeding
Right.
thing is the most wonderful.
Yeah.
Coming
Very
with a new
exciting.
dog and bringing out a new puppy, and Ellen's got some beautiful babies now. She has a young dog named
Oh, yeah?
Harrison that's drop dead gorgeous. She hasn't seen him yet,
Yeah.
but when she does, she's gonna
Right.
flip.
And so when you guys are starting to show a dog, what's the age that you start bringing them out?
It depends. We sort of bring them to dog shows when they're 6, 7 months just to hang out a little bit.
Yeah.
And we'll show a standard poodle. We start them between 7 and 8 months. It depends on how much hair they have, but you have to get them out when they're young because ours are a little too smart. They're really peculiar. They are what a poodle should be.
Right.
And if you don't get them used to going to a dog show and the hustle and bustle of being 1 or 5 or 6, they get offended. So
Right.
we start them out. We don't take them consistently. But
Socialization.
yeah, just take them and
Experience.
Yeah, and sometimes we'll have friends who raise them for a little bit and
Yeah.
give them a total different experience, and they come back and they're shell shocked from living the life of Riley. And
Right. And then they're back to
And then they're back in it. It makes for a strong personality, a
Yeah.
strong show dog.
They've been weathered a little bit.
Yeah.
And then they can keep up with, because sometimes it's a lot of work, especially when you're campaigning like a top dog, right?
Exactly.
You're out every weekend, you're traveling, all over the country, which a lot of people probably don't realize that's what it takes
Oh,
to
yeah.
have a dog.
It's funny, we're showing, Ellen has a new white miniature poodle that we're showing. And it's funny because he shows like wonderful. And I showed him 2 days here on the red carpet. And he was showing, but he was like acting odd. All of a sudden I realized he was looking at his shadow when he was moving.
Oh,
His shadow was in front of him. And he was reacting to that, and I couldn't understand it. But then I did understand it, and he needs to understand that,
yeah, right.
especially when the lights are coming down.
It's just new to him, though.
And he was going, but he was trying to dodge the shadow, which
Right.
was moving.
Right.
Yeah, but even like one of our foxhounds today, she wasn't used to the carpet.
Yeah.
And so she was moving differently on the carpet.
Yeah, she was like a little jumping bee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about these foxhounds. 'Cause you guys have had some pretty, substantial wins. How many group wins at the Garden? There was, I know, 2 in 1 year.
Oh, that was
Foxhound,
exciting. That was the
Bichon.
Bichon.
Yeah.
And the Foxhound.
Yeah, which is pretty amazing.
The Foxhound came about because I had had a very successful run with a wonderful bearded collie that keeps steel short. And the Garden was his retirement. And so one of the judges said to me, I guess he was retired before the Garden. They showed the beardy, and I said, no, he's retired. And he said, well, what are you going to have next? And I said, I don't know. I don't have anything. He said, well, there's a beautiful young foxhound fish that the Millers have. I said, well, I'm maybe going to take a rest. So I lost some Bichons, I lost some poodles. I said to a friend of mine who was with me, let's go look at foxhounds. And there she stood in the ring. There were probably 5 or 6 specials, and she just was like a beautiful piece of porcelain. She was, you wouldn't think of
Fine art.
you wouldn't think of a foxhound like that, but Jewel was like that. So I said, I'll see you later. And I went down, and it was Lisa counting the ring. I said, would you like a partner? She said, oh, yes, I would. And that's how it all started.
Wow. And she set the breed record, right? Which her grandfather had before.
And refused to have any puppies, which is a great tragedy in Jewel. But she still comes to every dog show. And
Yes, she's still the queen. Well, and then your puppies, I think Lisa was telling me, are out of the grandmother of those puppies might be her sister.
Katrina.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's still
she's
still
still
connected
in
back.
that,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And so what happened for you guys in Foxhounds today? I was there ringside with you guys.
Well, we had like 3/4 of the litter was there. There were 2 boys and 3 girls, and the bitch that we decided to keep won the sweepstakes today under Mr. Miller.
Yeah.
And we were thrilled to death because her 2 sisters are beautiful too. And one of the sisters is a little more ready than everything else. And everybody was talking about Cardi B, and she is beautiful. We beat her today.
It's no competition for the family.
Right. Even though it's in the family, right?
But I was most happy for Bonnie, who shows her.
Yeah,
It was
and Bonnie
really
helps you guys with.
Yeah, we couldn't do it
keeping
without
the whole
Bonnie.
thing going,
Bonnie's
right?
one of the biggest parts of our day.
Yeah, and that's something I'm going to focus on in some other videos, is sharing with people about how assistants, help make this happen.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot of manpower to get
I
themselves
couldn't do it
out and
without
keep them
Bonnie.
happy and feed them. So, and I think she's definitely another part of your family as well, which is a
Absolutely.
very cool thing about.
And she
how-
breeds poodles with us. She breeds our miniatures with us and our
She co-owns the
tours.
Foxhound.
And she co-owns the Foxhound.
Yeah.
Bred the
Foxhound
Foxhound.
has more owners than you can
Right.
imagine.
That foxhound doesn't even know what's happening, but she had fun anyway, and it was so.
Oh, she did.
It was so cute to also see her having fun and have Bonnie so happy, and then to see you guys just as happy about that. Having done everything else.
We like to win.
It never gets old, right?
I was most
doing
happy.
this.
I was most happy for Bonnie because
Yeah.
she had gotten beaten in the last 2 days.
Yeah,
She didn't get much recognition, but today she did.
it was her time.
And she deserved it.
That is
I
wonderful.
was tickled.
It's so cool to see how these relationships all come about just because of dogs. Like if there wasn't
It's true.
dogs, how would somebody from all these different backgrounds and walks of
My
life all
old
come together?
long-term friends are all because of dogs.
Wow,
Yeah.
Yes.
that's pretty
All of
special.
us.
And the wonderful thing about it is, anytime we ever decide we're going to keep a dog, or I show Ellen one of her new puppies, she always loves it. And if I say this about it, that about it, I don't know much about anything else, but I do know beautiful poodles.
Yes,
The fine
it's been your
tooth.
whole life.
Yes, and there's never a time when I show her a new one that she doesn't fall in love with.
Yeah.
I mean, we discuss it, this and that.
Every now and then.
She's like,
I go
She
off
has her
the
opinion.
thread.
Yes,
Right.
but we do love the same type.
You have a shared passion.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that beautiful type. Now she's not crazy about our boxers,
No.
especially when the one bred her best in show match.
We won't bring that one up again.
No, it's
Someone sent me a picture of the first puppy, and I said, "This is not a photo."
we had a little rapist.
Oh,
and
no.
no one knew.
That's what's happened, right?
Our little Hawkins.
Yep.
He had his way with Fran.
What are you gonna do? But you laugh and you get over it.
Yes,
Move
it's
on.
part of breeding
you
dogs.
have such good times together. It makes it all.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, I'm so glad we could share that, with everyone and kind of show that side of dogs, because I think that is something really special. That
Yeah, it
really
is
shows that
special.
At this much time that you've been in dogs, there's a reason you're doing it.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, you wouldn't spend the time, the money, the effort, the heartache, doing all
Exactly.
this. I think it's special to have something that you're doing for your life that you're passionate about, not just going to a job.
That's the whole thing, passion.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. People ask you, or will ask me if I'm going to judge, because I guess I'm getting up there, I'm not sure. But
What?
and I don't have any interest in judging it. I
Yeah.
think we judge our litters, our litters of poodles and boxers and foxhounds, and we judge dogs within our realm of breeding dogs, and I think I'm happy with that. And I never ever think of judging. I've been asked to do a couple poodle specialties, and I love it when I'm doing it. And then when I leave, I never think twice about, oh, I think I want to do this.
It's not the same investment. It's not the same.
No, it's different. It's different. No, and I love touching the dogs and going over them and deciding. But then I don't really want to do it for a living, going on the plane.
Yeah. What are your guys' takes on judging?
I have a license, but I don't love judging. I don't even know I had a mother who did.
Right.
I don't know. That Glen.
Oh, I like
Ask
that.
our starlet. He asked the starlet.
Well, it takes out all kinds, right?
He's the
Plus, I can't run around the ring as well as I used to. That's why I have a Chihuahua now.
Right.
Easier than the Doberman.
How is Molly?
She's just became a champion as
Oh.
a puppy.
Oh, good.
So that's
That's right. We have a
exciting.
Chihuahuas
We
too.
have
I
a
forgot about
Chihuahua
that.
champion.
There's a lot.
Yes, so
Well,
it's exciting.
And it's cool too, also how you can start in one breed, like a Great Dane, and you can end up covering all those other different dogs, so that you kind of find different things you like in different breeds.
It's fun to have a different temperament.
Yeah.
Like the foxhounds.
Because they all have different minds, right?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Totally.
Foxhounds are
Yeah,
as different as
absolutely.
anything we've ever had.
Yeah.
You want to think they're dumb, but they're
Right.
not dumb.
Right.
They're extremely bright. It's just that little game they played.
They play.
They're like, I'm not just doing it because you tell me to.
Yeah.
That's the angle here, right?
And they maneuver you. But they're wonderful. It's amazing. In the kennel, they're wild. But as house dogs, they're the most placid, wonderful, peaceful dogs.
Yeah.
You would never think that they would be good in the house, but they're wonderful house dogs.
Right. And for my last question for you guys, when you're looking for like a dog to campaign or be a top special, what are some things that are absolutely necessary for that dog to be successful?
Yeah, attitude is probably the bottom line, but sometimes
Showmanship.
showmanship.
And beautiful dogs that didn't make it because they didn't push it.
Right. They
Yeah.
can produce, they could be.
They have to want to be so.
Yeah, and poodles are very peculiar. They're kind of set in their ways, and they're very, very bright. And sometimes our standard poodles say, you know what, you've done this 5-6 times, maybe you need to do it more, but I think I might take a rest.
Right.
You know,
I know what the circle does.
Yeah, and it's not that they don't have a good temperament.
Yeah.
It's because they're too smart and they think. I think some of the show dogs, you have to have sort of like a dog that, not dumb, but just like,
Just like blind happiness.
yes,
Kind of.
yes, exactly. And recently we bought a dog with that temperament. Ellen bought a dog. And we've had like 7 or 8 champions from our Jimmy, the champion Target, the Conqueror, and he's the most happy-go-lucky dog in the world.
Right.
He showed no matter what was happening, he was happy. And his puppies are all like that. They don't worry about the noise or a chair falling or the loudspeaker going.
Yeah.
You know, say, what is that?
Right.
But I think showmanship is good. But sometimes you always have the best dog
Yeah.
when you have all that showmanship. But it's the bottom line.
And our bitches are so often the picks of the litter, you
Yeah.
know, that you just really want to show them because they are so beautiful, but they break your heart because they say, you know, there's a lot better things to do with my life
They're
than
like,
walking around this
"Why
ring.
am I doing this?"
Yeah.
Right.
Now, Sissy, the dog that Glenn, our sporting
she
group,
was-
she was awesome. She showed every single time. She was happy-go-lucky,
Right.
and she was
Beautiful,
awesome.
correct.
Yeah.
Show dog
Yeah.
produced after. It's kind of
Yeah.
a dream right there.
She never had an off day, no matter when you
And
went
she
up.
was gorgeous.
That helps.
And she was a fabulous house dog.
She was wonderful.
How old was she when she passed away?
13.
13.
Healthy too.
Yeah.
That's pretty special.
Our
That's
Sissy,
the
she was
accomplishment.
wonderful.
Yeah.
And she's a mother of 7-8 champions.
Yeah, I think 9.
So she did it all.
Yeah, she did it all. Yeah, she was awesome.
I have her son.
Yeah, I have a son and 2 daughters.
Unbelievable. And we also won the Breeder of the Year twice.
Really?
Dassin Farm, yeah. Breeder of the Year twice from Dogs in Review, and
Yeah.
once the non-sporting group Breeder of the Year from the AKC.
Yeah.
So we won it basically 3 times, and that's pretty awesome.
That's-
the only other
yeah.
person that's ever won it twice was Bill Shelton.
Yeah. Wow. That is.
And that was and you think you're a little fish in the big world, but we did it.
Suddenly you look up and you go, wow, we've done some stuff.
And we're very proud of that.
Fantastic. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. It was a real pleasure to
Thank
kind
you.
of see the inside of what has been such a successful organization of dogs.
It was nice. Thank you for asking.
Thank you.